Alright, I think a typical thing that a lot of 20-year-olds are saying right now is something like, yeah, bro, trying to make money day trading and selling life insurance so I can leave the Matrix. That is the Matrix. I really hate the Matrix term, but trying to leave it is what everyone says they strive for, not really realizing that you can leave it right now. I feel like the typical image in my head of someone who says they've left the Matrix is just someone who's financing their BMW M3 at 20% APR and lying about how much they make day trading or doing something else so then they can sell their shitty course that they made with AI. And I don't really think that's leaving the Matrix. You're pretty much more of a slave to the system than me. And my real hot take is that the most enlightened person right now could be working 40 hours a week at Domino's. They could be present 100% in life, doing something on top of Domino's, which gives them fulfillment, and has let go of the fact that they're working a job that most people would consider bad. They understand what makes them happy and lets that be the fuel for their life. That might sound absurd, but this hypothetical person is living a better life than, for example, any rich streamer that people might look up to. I'm willing to bet that most streamers live in constant fear of being canceled and are worried about what their fans are thinking about them 24/7. I've noticed that most popular content creators are just appealing to an algorithm more than just what they truly want to make. They're pretty much essentially a jester to various social media platforms. I think this is why so many get burnt out and just quit randomly. I'm kind of just rambling on this subject, but I just wanted to prove how you can make a non-desirable career like Domino's fulfilling, and also vice versa. I really believe that you can live a so-called boring life, but with an enlightened mindset. Someone who could be in the quote-unquote system or like Matrix, but could be actually internally, spiritually out of the rat race. I think what is really important is to reach for goals that you set from your own self, while also loving the process and trying to succeed. And I really want to emphasize loving the process. If you think you're only going to feel fulfilled once you hit a metric you set, you're going to be dead wrong. That's pretty much an ever-moving goalpost. Someone who is only trying to follow what an alpha male course is telling them to do isn't listening to their true self and what they want deep down. Some people's only goal is to make a lot of money, and that's great, but eventually you're going to realize that you spent your life wanting something artificial. I mean, nobody was born with the sole purpose of making a ton of money, and that's even more true if you're only making it to prove to people that you made it. I mean, made it where? Someone who truly made it doesn't have to tell everyone that they did. They're already satisfied with their own life. Most of these people are just living for the validation of others. I work a warehouse job, and many could say that that's a shitty job or never want to work in a place like that. But I really think it's about perspective. I really love to use the silence as almost like a form of meditation, or sometimes I just think of my best ideas just at work. The job makes it really easy, at least for me, to go into a flow-like state. And this is the perfect example of being in the quote-unquote system, but with my own mindset. Because instead I could drive to my job and think that I should be working somewhere else better, and I just hate my life for working here. I could compare myself to other people in my life working a better job that they might hate much more. I mean, all this is going to do is make me feel like a loser and not want me to improve on anything. Where instead, I could go to the same job excited to make some money and at the same time improve my attention span. And also have the ability to reach a flow-like state that I couldn't before just being at home. When I've been going into work with this mindset, it's been so much more enjoyable. And I've actually been wanting to make connections that move me forward in my own career. And I really want to emphasize saying my own because, again, it's doing something that I want deep down. Not because someone told me to do it or told me that I should make more moves in my career. This was all me. So I've been making this connection because I don't want to get into this negative feedback loop believing I'm a loser for really no reason at all. I think I've also been a victim of going on social media and just being jealous of what other people have. But it's really been helpful to reflect on these emotions and really think if they have what I want deep down. Like, does this shitty day trader really have the life that I want? The answer is almost always no, because if it was yes, then I would be striving for it, and I'm clearly not. So it can be just really super draining consuming content like this all day, especially if people saying how successful they are and how much better they are than you. So I would first try your best to not let these videos affect you and just be satisfied if you did something to accomplish your goals that same day. And that could be anything big or small. And if it didn't feel like you were actually very productive today anyway, I wouldn't let that deter from just being your best self. An Alan Watts quote that I love is, "Waking up to who you are requires letting go of who you imagine yourself to be." So, don't let your past self be the reason why you can't find purpose. Overall, I'm not saying you should work some lame job or not chase your dreams, but chasing something because other people influence you or doing it just for the sole purpose of making a lot of money isn't going to make you fulfilled in life. I think it's important for everyone to slow down and reflect on what makes you yourself happy. With that, you can align that with a career or just a mindset for life and follow it. You'll be so surprised how free and happy you feel doing that. Alright, so that's all I really wanted to talk about today. See ya.